Hi, welcome to another episode of 2 Points with Harbak. And today we're very lucky to have Anthony Peyton attending. And Anthony is the director of Green Chip and Prep Design and has a great background in plastic and recycling. Thanks very much for joining us today, Anthony.
Thanks, Kieran. It's great to be here.
Anthony, if there was what's one of the key issues in the waste and recycling market at the moment?
I think, Kieran, one of the things we comment here is about curbside recycling and what goes in the yellow bin. I can see one of those in the background there if you it's fallen over. But there's a lot of misunderstanding about what goes in the curbside bin. And I think that with the councils, they look at sort of materials like the plastic identification code's got numbering systems on, whereas the Australasian recycling label you may have seen on the packaging is a very granular system. And they're not too sure, who do I trust? Do I trust the council or do I trust the ARL? Because they both can't be correct. And so we're just looking at sort of, with the Australasian recycling label, we define recyclability based on three letters, SMS. I'm not going to send you a text message, but what SMS stands for is size, materials, and shape. Because it's not just how big something is or what shape it is, but it's also the combination of materials. And sometimes we see a bit of a conflict there that, councils might say number one is recyclable. Well, here's a bottle here, it's number one, but the Australasian recycling label says it's not recyclable because the PET has got a pigment in it, which makes it opaque. And there's an example of a clash between what a council might say is number one is recyclable, but the ARL says not recyclable.
Yeah, good point. And Anthony, if there was one thing you could change in the marketplace, what would it be?
I think that obviously I'm a proponent of the Australasian recycling label, having been involved for quite a few years. But I think it's also recognising the efforts being made by the packaging industry to change the design of packaging and make it more recyclable. So the example here is the Ferrero Rocher. They've got a box here that used to be polycarbonate, and they've now changed to polypropylene. Now, polycarbonate has no end market where polypropylene does. So I think recognising the efforts are being made. The other thing about the marketplace that should be recognised as well is that the Australasian recycling label here, they've got 8 different symbols. So they're not just treating this in a lighthearted way. They're really making the effort to show the consumers for each piece of packaging, whether it's the cap or the lid or the bottle or the tray or the film or the foil, every one of those has a symbol. So if we actually give credit where credit's due to the package industry and then respond to that by putting in the right bin, I think we'll go a long way to creating a circular economy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thanks so much for attending today, Anthony.
No worries, Kieran. Thanks for having me.